And welcome back to Let's Play River City Girls 2 for the final time, unless there's some kind of major content update that comes out which forces me to record a new video, but that is not something that we know will happen at this point, so for the time being, this is definitely the final video. We're here in Sanmakai Tower as Marion, getting her chance to finish off this journey. Now, there are a few collectibles for us to get in Sabu Tower, and I forget exactly where each one of them is, so I might be checking my map a little frequently here. Okay, there's the card. We can get out of here. That's all we needed. This is not a terribly long area, so this shouldn't take too long to get to the final boss of the game. There are surprisingly few lock screens that you have to go through here. There are a couple of mini-boss fights, though. We want to head into the side room, though, before we take that elevator, because this looks like a standard training room and it has most of the weapons in the game available, but this dummy right here has another Taro card in it. Still not the last one, though. We've got one more to collect before we can finish up that side quest, but once that is done, we will have completed every side quest available on a first playthrough. Let's get into this elevator.
Wait, we're going down this time.
Well, that's new. I thought this would end in the penthouse again.
Guess not.
Yeah, we can't just do the same thing over and over again. Now, I've got all of Marion's moves, so, actually, doing a forward grab's not good, but we can, grab enemies from behind, and Marion's unique in that she actually has two, rear grabs. She has her special move, which allows her to infinitely suplex the enemy until her special bar runs out, and she also has a, move where she lunges forward, face smashing them. I was kind of over-committing to the suplexes there, so I wasn't able to use the other one, but we should get plenty of opportunities to see it, since Marion's all about stunning her opponents. So let's just get these guys on the floor, get some stuns going, and I can show off that other one. Let's do a suplex here, then just slam her into the ground. The forward grab, also there's her up special. Marion's down special is kind of unique. It actually has two versions. If she just grabs one enemy, she'll just do a reverse fling with them. But if you're between two enemies and you use it, she actually grabs on both of her sides and does a sort of, I want to call it like a Venom-style two-person slam. It just reminds me of Venom and Spider-Man Separation Anxiety. And I think you could also do it in Maximum Carnage, where you just stand between two enemies, you can grab both of them and then slam them together. You might have also seen it as like a dual takedown in Batman Arkham City. I forget if Arkham Asylum has dual takedowns also. It's been a while since I played that game. I need to play those games again. They're good games. They're good games. Alright, heading into the basement of Sanmakai Tower.
Well, this is definitely very underground.
Which way do we go now?
Whichever way you like. It doesn't really matter. Welcome to my empire.
Oh, we've been here before.
Yeah, we kicked that backstabbing daughter of yours out the window.
I heard.
And now we're gonna do the same to you.
But not out the window this time, since we're underground.
Oh yeah.
You've met my two children, but I'd like to introduce you to the rest of my family now. These are my new Yakuza soldiers. Stronger, faster, modified to kill anything I tell them without question or hesitation. Ladies, gentlemen, get rid of these two nuisances.
We need to find a way out of here.
Don't bother fighting it. These modified Yakuza learn with each punch you throw. Eventually, you'll fall to them.
I wish you'd eventually shut up.
He calls these modified Yakuza and says they'll learn with every punch we throw, but in reality, they're just standard enemies with updated stats and a new color palette. One unique thing about the Yakuza variants of every enemy in the game, though, is that they cannot be recruited. They are not required to recruit in order to get 100% completion in the game. Somewhat disappointing, but also understandable, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the word I'm looking for, but whatever the case, we don't have to worry about recruiting these if you are pursuing 100% completion. So I guess that's nice. It's one less thing to worry about. You know, getting a new variety of each enemy that only appears in the final area. I forget if these guys still appear after you finish this area. Also, ow. Do not do that to me, buddy. Oh, that was a complete whiff. I like Marion's giant swing move because the damage it deals to enemies when they when you hit one enemy with the enemy you're spinning, it does absolutely ridiculous damage, and if you get enemies up against a wall, you can totally slaughter the lot of them with just that move. It's pretty good, and it's actually going to come in handy for something we're going to be doing before we get to the final boss. Also, this is a undesirable situation to find myself in. Oh dear, that was nasty. Okay, hopefully I can get through this without dying. All of the enemies here, as has been standard for Nightmare mode, everybody here just does absolutely crazy damage to you, so this is what I was talking about with slaughtering the enemies with that move. Just absolutely ridiculous damage, takes them all out, no problem. Alright, we want to wait for that guy to get close. Oh, no, that went over him. That was a little risky, but we got out of that okay. Now I just want to keep hitting this. Oh, no! I was not expecting her to counter on the block there. Alright, let me redo this fight. Whew, okay, yeah, that was a nasty, nasty fight to have to go through. I just got picked up by, like, single stray hits, and it would lead to losing half my health.
$10 says Sabu's behind there.
I don't have $10. How about a friendly bet?
Sure.
You'll never get inside here, though you're welcome to try.
Hey, check out those 3 wires. I wonder where they lead.
Damn it, Ken! I thought you said you finished the security doors! Ah.
So yes, Ken has left us with an opening to get to Sabu. However, before we do that, there is actually something else we can grab in here that will finally finish up the side quest we've been on, the final tarot card.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the last card.
Let's bring them back to that skeleton and cash in on that smile.
Sounds like a plan to me. Hold on just 1 second. And like magic, we're back here. Let's go talk to Skeleton McMuscles and see what he's got for us.
We found all your cards, I think.
Yeah, they're pretty strange looking. Shouldn't they have hearts and diamonds on them?
Ah, yes, well, aren't you adorable? And now, because you did find all my cards, you are owed a very special reward.
Better not be that smile.
That was a bonus. Here is your true reward. And please come back here anytime you could use some unnatural wares.
Sounds like a good idea to me, but we've already bought everything that we care about from here. But more experience, more money that I don't care about, and the Wolf Locket. The Wolf Locket is an accessory that gives you an attack bonus when it is nighttime specifically. One of the very few things that takes advantage of the day-night mechanics in this game. I'm not exactly sure what the buff is precisely, because I've never bothered with it, and there's just more practical ways to get offense bonuses that last the whole day. But with that, we've completed every side quest in the game, so now we can get on with actually finishing it. So, with a quick jump cut. And voila, we're back in Sanmakai Tower basement bunker area galore. Now, one thing I'd like to get to before we actually finish up the game, since I haven't really been paying too much attention to it, there is Snapper. I briefly went over it at the start of the game, but this is where our selfie ops go. But in addition to that, you also unlock various bits of concept art and other things as you complete games, usually by defeating bosses and completing side quests. And there are some interesting ones here. Let me see. Here's all the recruits that we've gotten. Abobo's is not there because I quit the game after I talked to him in the previous video, so it didn't actually save the progress for it, but it's not a huge deal. But here's one that I like, is all the characters as kids in full color, otherwise you only saw them in manga. Big fan of Mommy's skull shirt. There was another one that I thought was kind of interesting. You see a full shot of the group, and Mommy and Hasabe are there, so I wonder about that one. It makes me think if they've got any plans for the game. But more interestingly than that, we can scroll faster using the trigger buttons. For the Tarot card side quest, you get full illustrations of all the cards with River City Girls characters. Quite fitting that Kyoko is the fool. And yeah, some of these are just some pretty cool pieces of art. Not all of them seem to really correlate to the characters that they are, although I totally understand Hiroshi being Temperance. It's a good one of Godai right there. And yeah, that's just all the cards there. So you get these as you pick up the cards throughout the game. It's pretty cool. Nice little bit of fan art. I like that you get all, or not fan art, but concept art. I like that you get all these as you progress through the game. With that taken care of, we've got a bunch of mini bosses to get through before we get to the final boss.
Wire let us in here. What now?
That machine looks pretty expensive.
Don't touch it. That is critical machinery.
So yes, to get to Sabu, we have to destroy these reactors. Oh, whoa, 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 hey. You guys just came in out of nowhere. Oh, stupid reactor screwed up what I was going to do. Alright, so what we want to do, if you're fighting this as Marion... Let's see. Yeah, I'm a bit off here. Yeah, the reactor just fires off its attacks. Oop. It's actually really, really annoying that these attacks hit the enemies. I'm trying to do something here, because there's a way you can beat this boss really quickly. Oh, come on! And it's just gonna knock them away again. What I'm trying to do is hit an enemy with Marion's side special in front of the core, but I'm having terrible luck with the enemies just getting knocked out, and I'm not gonna have enough special to actually do it. So let's just go about doing this standardly. Yeesh, this is going terrible. Okay. But these reactors do not have invincibility frames, so any attack that hits multiple times in rapid succession, they might normally fail because the enemies get knocked away after a period of time. Those are all really good here. I'm getting way surrounded over here. There we go. We're almost done with this reactor. As you can imagine, we've got 3 reactors to deal with, so once this one's down, we got 2 more to take out. Nope, I'm not sure why that whiffed. Okay. On the bright side, I can work the reactor blasting the enemies away to my favor. Woo. Come on, come on. Let's just get this thing defeated. Yeah, let's just do that.
Down. I bet if we destroy all 3, we can open that huge door.
By the way, one thing you can do to regain some special if you're not using, like, the heart reactor, just give yourself infinite special, you can beat up objects in the scenery, and that'll give you a little bit of your special meter back. Alright, so 2 more reactors to go. Let's do the one on the right next. I believe this one is an electrical reactor, so any attack that we get hit by will shock us, which is mostly just annoying. This one also has a wrench by it. This does pretty good damage to it, even without maxed out weapon power, so we may as well take that. Oh, man, come on. I was totally past that. Oh, hey, I might be able to make this work. Nope, I accidentally sidestepped. I've been having terrible problems with accidentally double... There we go! This is what I was trying to accomplish. There we go, in just a second.
It's the dust.
I love breaking things.
It won't mean anything. You're too late. Doctor, begin the process. But sir, it's still not... I gave an order. Now do it. Yes, sir.
So yes, when the enemies actually play nice and the reactor doesn't screw your plan up, Marion can finish these reactor fights in just about 2 seconds. That giant swing maneuver is just so good. It is easily her best attack, and if you use it properly, it'll go far for you just using that alone. Like this! Oh yeah! And if you have maxed out attack power, that pretty much just instantly kills the thing. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, honestly. But this is a poison reactor, so I really do not want to be getting tagged with the poison. The damage that deals is just absolutely ludicrous over time, and we're already having enough problems just getting beat up for all our health, so I really don't want that to happen.
Let's go see if that big door's open now.
Come on in. I'm ready for you.
Alright, let's see here. Nah, nowhere close to a level up, so let's just go into the boss fight with the health that we have and see what happens. This can be a pretty difficult fight, so there may be a few retries involved here. Oh, come on! Are you joking me? Forget it, let's just go.
I never thought it would come to this. But I'm willing to do whatever it takes to defend my family and my empire. Even if it means...
Who's the glowing dude? And why is he super ripped?
I think it's Sabu, but like jacked up on coffee or magic or something.
Your words have no effect on me. With this serum in my veins, my strength has been magnified to such a magnitude that
Maybe he's using the dark arts, like Yamada?
Hey, yeah, maybe. Unless it's just some old person thing. He is pretty old.
Old people glow with magic?
Excuse me. I'm trying to tell you about my master plan. It's very impressive. If you just listen for 2 minutes.
Might be special effects, like in the movies.
Oh yeah, I saw a movie once. All kinds of stuff glowed in it.
Oh, fine. Whatever. Let's just get this over with.
You know, I almost feel kind of sorry for him there, but because I got cheap-shotted before we got in here, this is probably going to end in failure for a first attempt, but we'll see what I can manage. So, Sabu's big thing is that after a little bit, he'll teleport, like so, but it does tire him out, makes him open, but as we advance the phases of this fight, he will do more in rapid succession. Here is his signature attack. He will slam the ground, create these pillars, and then he will fire off a blast. You have to be standing behind a pillar to avoid being taken out by it. Okay, this first phase going pretty solid. Once you actually deplete one of his health segments, he's going to juice himself up a little bit. Here's where the fight starts to get a lot more difficult. As you can see, he's calling in these laser drones to section off areas. The blue you can walk through. Once it turns red, then it'll start doing damage. Where this starts to get annoying is when he starts doing this. Yeah, that is exactly kind of the bad thing I didn't want to have to deal with. Having to jump between the laser sections is a bit awkward when he's warping around like that. Fortunately, once those things are gone, he goes back to not being too terribly threatening. However, he does have another move he can use at this stage of the fight that can be pretty threatening. Note that now that we've depleted a segment and moved on to another phase of the fight, one of the pillars will be red, and that means it'll break from the laser, so you can't stand behind it in order to avoid damage. Okay, so yeah, I died there. Let's just do a retry with full health, and I'll try to explain the fight a bit better. But there is the other attack that he picks up as the fight goes on, is that he can summon a shadow clone of himself. The shadow clone is a lot weaker, but like Sabu himself, it's pretty block heavy, so it can really complicate things if it's still around when he's doing his laser attack. Alright, now that we're at full health, and at this point, I legitimately do not care about the money I have, so I'm just using retries to stay in the fight. When his health bar's segments are closer to full, he pretty frequently breaks out of the air, so it's a bit hard to hit him with guard breakers on the ground when you knock him over. Alright. Like a lot of things in beat-em-ups, the vertical hitboxes for that laser attack can be a little awkward, so be wary of where you're standing. It isn't always clear what's a safe spot and what isn't. Okay, yeah, this... Okay. Oof, I was standing a little out of it there, so I was putting myself at a bit of risk. No, Marion, that's the wrong way. Oh, come on. Oh, I have never actually seen that attack before. Fascinating. That's something that's always exciting about Let's Plays, is the game wants to screw with me, so it'll show off things that I've never seen before, so I have no real counter for them, or I'm not prepared to deal with them in the slightest. I have seen that attack before, but he uses it pretty rarely. Oh, hey, he's also got Ken's pistol attack. He's actually doing a lot of stuff that I rarely see him do. It's true what they say about that thing in, like, Let's Player's Curse. Something is only ever going to happen when you're doing video recordings. And there, once again, I was standing a little bit off-center of the pillar, so I just got completely dumpstered by the laser there. Here comes the Shadow Clone. Luckily, it walked into one of my guard breakers, so it's not too much of a threat. There we go. Whoa, hey, what the heck just hit me? I have no idea what hit me there. Oop. Okay, so he immediately jumped into his pillar attack there. Okay, this time, let's, I'm not sure if I'm standing behind it properly. Okay, I am. It can be so hard to judge sometimes if you're the right distance for that. Whoop, hey, do not do anything that I wouldn't do. Okay. Third phase. And, oh, this attack. Okay, I have no idea how the heck you're supposed to dodge this attack. He's suctioning you in, and those orbs are coming in. I have not been able to find a way to jump over those orbs. It just feels like the suction is too strong for you to clear them. So, yeah, I'm not sure how you're supposed to dodge that attack. Now he will do 3 warps in succession. But this attack is easy to dodge, so long as he's not doing anything else. It's only really a threat if he's got something else going on, like the laser drones. And, yeah, every time he warps, just do a sidestep, and you will be out of there, no problem. Much like Marion's fight herself, funnily enough, that stomping attack will stun you if you're standing too close to him. even if it doesn't directly hit you, so you want to be careful of that. Oh, here comes another shadow clone. So we just want to use a guard breaker to get this thing out of the picture. Woo. Uh-oh, this is exactly the kind of situation we don't want to be in, because this shadow clone will make it a bit of a hassle to try and stay safe. Oh, come on! Yeah, that is the only time these clones are really super threatening. Otherwise, they're not too much of a big deal, they're just kind of annoying. Alright, am I gonna beat this guy? Come on. Ugh. This is not going as... There we go! We got him! Oh yeah, totally! We have beaten the game. That was the final boss. He's that simple. Oh, come on, you didn't think it was that easy. Yes, much like the previous game, the final boss has an extra phase that is not represented by their health bar. That attack is a grab. If he hits you with it, you're basically dead, so try not to let that happen. Fortunately, for this final phase, it's not really too much different than the previous one. In fact, depending on how you go into it, it might not be a threat at all. Okay, let's get him up in the air. Oh, here comes another shadow clone. Good thing I actually saw that attack earlier. I was almost unprepared for that one. Okay, let's do a guard breaker just to get that shadow clone on the ground. And we're just going to go straight for Sabu, because if we kill it... Wow! I'm actually shocked it only took me 2 tries to get that. And the first try just failed because I was so dead at the start of it.
No, this is impossible. I am unstoppable.
Well, clearly that's not true.
At least that serum seems to be wearing off.
Yeah, you look a lot less glowy now, Sabu.
This is just the beginning. I will make it my life's mission to destroy you, your friends, and everyone you've ever loved. I know where you live. I know where your mother lives.
Even I don't know where my mother lives.
Let's get this over with.
Quiet! You will show the great Sabu and his family some respect before you die.
And yes, for the final manga scene there, we get a nice group uppercut from everyone as Sabu gets sent flying through his own tower, and we get a little vocal track about how we beat the game and how we're a bunch of couch potato losers for doing so. I'm sure they're just being sardonic, but that was River City Girls 2, and I'm not sure how I feel about it in comparison to the first game. I don't feel it's as well paced as the first game. On the other hand, you definitely get a lot more bang for your buck, more characters to use, and more characters to use from the get-go, too. Plus, a widely, or heavily expanded combo system. I definitely like a lot of the new moves, or redone moves for the characters in this game. And as I've played it a lot more, I've come to appreciate it a bit more. Definitely the big thing that put it a bit over the top for me is the current beta patch that unfortunately still has not gone live, so the console version I still wouldn't recommend it too heavily. That brings the game up to its intended 60 FPS. If you do not have this patch, the game runs at a very janky 30 FPS due to some problems with the Unity engine, so that definitely brought the game down a lot for me. Once I got the beta patch, I started appreciating it a lot more. I think as just like a one-and-done beat-em-up experience, due to the better pacing of the first game, I still think that one's a little bit better, but this one definitely has a bit more longevity to it, and I've had a lot more fun replaying it multiple times compared to the first game, so I still say it's worthwhile. I do think you'd probably enjoy this one a lot more if you haven't played the first game, so everything about it is a lot fresher to you. The plot is also a bit more coherent and focused than the previous game, if you care about that, but the plots of River City Girls has always just been a vehicle for jokes, so I don't consider that a big deal.
You know, I shouldn't have treated you so bad, Sabuko. I'm sorry about that.
No. I'm the one who is sorry, little brother. I should have been the mature one.
No, it was all me. I started this whole stupid feud between us. I told Dad when you got beat up.
It takes a strong man to admit when he's made a mistake.
Now, as soon as Dad is done with those kids, we can get a new start as one big happy crime family.
Where is Father? I wouldn't have expected his battle to last this long.
Well, that was an adventure.
Yep.
I think we all learned something, though. About friends and family and standing up for what you...
Jeez, enough yapping. Are you gonna take your turn or not?
Right, sorry.
Ooh, get him! Punch that vampire!
VP2 is so much better than the first game.
Doorbell. I'll get it. Huh? What are you two doing here?
Did you really think we'd miss this adventure?
Yeah, get up, losers. It's time for a rematch. But we already finished.
Yeah, Sabu's beaten up, his empire's in ruins. The end.
You idiot! I told you we should have come straight here!
It was your idea to stop for smoothies on the way, Hasabe.
You know I get low blood sugar, Mommy.
Looks like we beat the game.
So what now?
You wanna play through again?
You're on.
Poor Mommy and Hasabe. But yes, that is River City Girls 2. I hope you enjoyed watching the videos. I had a lot of fun recording this series. Once you complete the game, you get dumped back on the menu screen, and much like the first game, you can choose to loiter and complete side quests, or start New Game Plus and do everything again. Plus the few scattered, check out the few scattered things that are different between the two modes, you know, a standard New Game and New Game Plus. But that is where we will leave the series. There is the possibility that additional content will come out for the game that may or may not be substantial enough for me to record another video. But as I said earlier, for the time being, this is the finale. I hope you enjoyed watching. I had a ton of fun making these videos, had a ton of fun playing this game, and I've only got a little bit left to do before I have all the achievements for it. I just got to get a 100% clear on my primary file. So once again, hope to see you in the next thing I make, whatever that may be, and it will be Daikatana. See you then.